Welcome to Lower Here, episode 84. We're all back here today, and we're all here to talk about some cool events. That happened a year ago, at least.
Happened.
This is going to be out on the pretty much the 1 year anniversary of our little trip to Denmark with Fortnite Festival to go show off the battle stage and meet Metallica and go watch the concerts and all that stuff. And we're feeling a little bit nostalgic for those times today.
Yeah.
That was a
big thing. It was a huge thing for us to, when we got contacted about it, we're like, Denmark. We didn't even know that it was Metallica.
It was very ominous.
We had some ideas that it was Metallica, but it was just
we did a little bit of research. After the
yeah.
A little Googling.
Yeah, when the roadmap leaked, right, and then we were going like, okay, who's playing in Denmark in July 2024?
June.
And then we just saw like, it's fucking Metallica, isn't it? It's Metallica. It's Metallica. It took a lot of convincing my wife to go into this because
would you let me go across the world to go watch a Metallica concert, please, and then I'll come home later? Can you handle everything at home for a few days?
I'll be home later, please.
I know, no, dude. She's like, now you know what? Now I want to go on my own European trip.
She should.
I was like, yeah, you know what? You should.
She
Absolutely should.
It was
but
fun.
like Denmark was fucking awesome. I wish I could have stayed, the extra day.
Yeah, we wish you could have too.
Right.
Yeah, it was well worth it, buddy. It was.
But before the show, Jason, you were saying like, that was the peak of what festival was to the public.
It really was. I mean, even if I'm not just being biased here about our experience, like the fact that if you look in the I'm pointing the wrong way. If you look in the background, there's the frickin' Lars drumstick right behind me, right? Like,
and the sign.
We got to meet Metallica, right? That's crazy.
Yeah, we did.
This is not just for us, and this is biased because we were there, but like I feel public perception-wise, that was the most positive goodwill that festivals had.
I would
to
agree
the
with
community.
Easily.
Jake, look at what I still have too.
I have mine back there too. I don't think I've ever shown mine. Hold on.
We got Fortnite X Metallica on.
Oh yeah, because you went to John Lego.
Yeah, and so the one in Denmark, because they're Danish, has
exactly.
Like, custom...
Yeah, that's why I said John Lego.
Oh wait, I got the Fortnite burger on the back. I totally forgot about that.
That's so cool. I don't think I've ever seen these.
Yeah, Lego.
No, I don't think so.
Tivoli.
No.
Right near Tivoli Gardens. Yeah.
That's when you went to the freaking theme park. I didn't go. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Fortnite X.
Oh yeah.
Metallica.
What is it? Disneyland.
The inspiration
Alpha?
behind Disney.
I wrote
Disneyland Alpha.
And the dates. 6/12.
Oh yeah,
that's so cool.
Hashtag epic partner on the back.
That's
nice.
Awesome.
So cool.
Aww.
Yeah, dude,
cool.
they printed them on the shirt like right there. It was super cool. They had like a custom like UV printer essentially.
That's so
like,
sick.
It like prints ink onto the plastic and then it uses like UV light to cure it. I'm pretty sure.
Oh,
yeah, it was really cool. It was really cool. I don't want this to just be us waxing poetic about the cool times we had, but like, it really did feel like the culmination of everything that we've been working towards. Like when Festival first launched, we were all saying, "Oh my God, we're so back! It's Harmonix. They're making a Rock Band style game in Fortnite. Holy shit, this is the revival." It just kept building and building up until like that Metallica thing is like, "Oh, we're actually fucking back, aren't we? We're actually back.
Happening.
This is huge." And like, I don't want to speak on behalf of the community at large, but I'm sure them seeing like us, like large community leaders, like bigger content creators being involved with something so cool and being able to like getting these opportunities like on a large scale was probably pretty cool to watch. Also like a good feeling to be like, oh my God, I know that guy. And they sent him here. He's on the Metallica Report podcast. That's really cool.
I still can't believe we did that.
That's my little niche.
I can't believe we did that.
And
Like
it's
my
like up there on
IRL
that big
friends watch
stage.
that shit, man. My
Yeah.
IRL
Right?
friends watch that. I haven't even watched it. I'm like still scared to because I'm in it.
it was great.
I listened to
really
the
cool.
audio.
I watched the video and the
listened
audio a
to the
couple
audio.
times. No, and like we were able
like-
to like send text to my. I was able to send text to my family, like family that I don't even talk to that much. Like a couple cousins down, they're like, "Yo, we got sent the Metallica Report podcast. That was so cool seeing you on there." I was like, it really made me feel very like satisfied and fulfilled with where my life was headed. And
Same here.
It's sad to say that was the peak, and it was downhill from there. In terms of festival, at least my life is fine. Don't worry, I'm very happy.
I thought thought you were saying your life.
I was like, your life is like, bro, wait a minute.
What happened, bro?
No, my life continued going up. We're going up the mountain. We're fine.
Poor Callie.
No, it's not about Callie.
Oh,
I just got home from my girlfriend's house in Michigan. No, but
Guys,
festival.
We gotta restart the episode.
Yeah, we got. Can we stop? No. Fortnite. We had what came after Metallica, Karol G, and what came after Karol G, Snoop Dogg. That was kind of cool, I guess, a little bit.
Well,
and then,
FNCS between that, but however.
that's true.
we know how
FNCS.
that went.
Yeah, that was
We know
cool
how that
too.
went.
But still in the downhill trajectory. But I don't know. Metallica really just was. That was it. That was it for us. And I don't think at this point, I don't know if we're gonna get back to that.
I
Yeah.
don't know either.
At least the
New
way it made
season on
us
the horizon, and we don't even know who officially the artist is yet as of this recording.
which I will say is
There's lots of
refreshing.
rumors.
It's refreshing
Yeah.
not having a
It is
roadmap.
nice to have so much speculation. I do enjoy that.
Yes,
But I don't like the speculation at the same time too, because
Is this a
people are just
festival
gonna
corner
run-
part? Should I start the timer with
Yeah,
festival
no,
corner?
no.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Now we're gonna go into that.
Okay.
Um,
Timer starts
okay.
right now. We have 10 minutes.
Okay.
yeah, I want to talk about. There's so many. I was talking about this on the show for a minute now, and I was like, bro, why are people so convinced or gaslighting themselves into thinking Daft Punk is really happening? It's fun to have speculation and stuff like that, but bro, if you look at the perception of festival right now and the content that they're pulling out for it as well, it's like, can they really do Daft Punk? Can they do Daft Punk a service? Can they actually actually do it? And then now come to find out that previously sought out festival icons New Jeans and Daft Punk being speculated to actually be the next icons for these seasons. Apparently that shit was fake. Oh, pretends to be shocked.
shit!
Oh no!
I'm so
Doesn't that make
surprised.
Doesn't it make Miku more depressing in a way?
Yes, it does. That
Yeah,
just means
right?
she just got fucking gutted hard.
Yeah.
That was like the longest festival season. She got 3.5 songs.
And no concert.
Three and a half
hold
songs.
on here.
No
I think I
concert.
missed some context. Where was it said that these rumors were fake? Like what? Where?
Yeah, right here. So, within the Twitter communities on for Fortnite Festival and just insiders in general, it started coming out. Someone just broke the news, like, yeah, guys, Daft Punk New Jeans, that was all fake. Insiders, they just fucking lied about it. It was just all rumors.
Is that
It was all
Beast
rumors.
FN tweet?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. And so like insiders were coming out just going like, yeah, that's fake. That didn't actually fucking happen.
Yeah,
Now-
this Beast FN creative says,
Boo.
due to recent
Now,
events in
this-
festival season, such as the previous leaks of Daft Punk, Post Malone, or even New Jeans, I will now no longer post rumored festival artists unless it's from a credible source. As a note, both Daft Punk, both DP and NJ, seem to have been fake rumors.
DP and NJ.
DP was fake,
New
guys.
Jersey?
It wasn't real. New
DP
Jersey does
in
not
New
exist.
Jersey. That's actually a typical trip.
Wow.
Moving on. Yeah, they were fake. People are in this community. I fucking hate the larger Fortnite community, bro. They're not like us. They're not pedophiles, but they're such clout chasers, bro.
Good distinction.
They might be. I don't know that. I can't say
Does
that
DP stand for
definitively.
they-
You had to say
Most
something
of-
when you said
They,
not
not
like
like
us.
pus.
You had to commit to the whole thing.
Yeah.
You had to commit to the whole
They're
thing.
not. They're not pedophiles. They might be, but we can't say they are or not. It's unconfirmed at this
Oh
time.
my
Maybe
God,
things will
man.
come out. But the
No,
leakers
he's
are
cooking.
just.
They might
They're
be.
such
You
clout
never know.
goblins. They're such
Oh my
clout goblins.
God.
Everything is for the clicks and for the likes. Like
Right.
they'll just say shit
No.
just to get likes, and then, oh shit, sorry,
Yeah.
I guess my source is wrong. Yeah, I had a source and he was incorrect. No, he just made the shit up. They just make the shit up.
Behavior without even realizing it, which is why I wanted Festival Corner to exist
Yeah.
in the first place. We didn't even realize.
The Fortnite mind virus takes over like a disease.
Yes.
We're trying to
okay,
we're
yeah,
trying to
no,
get the
back up.
vaccination
The
from that
libs
disease.
didn't lie about that part.
I'm trying to get
Oh
vaxxed
my
in
God.
the brain.
When we first started this thing, we had the roadmap league. Remember?
Yes.
So we had all those things to base all of our opinions on.
This is true.
And our anticipation and our hype. So going into another year without it, we're gonna take what we can get.
That
or
leaker was definitely executed.
Just a crumb.
Sorry, not
just
what-
a crumb, please.
not what we could get. like these people in the Fortnite, like larger Fortnite scale community, they will take what they can get because there's no fucking roadmap to give yourself any brownie points that you could be like, oh yeah, I predicted this because it said that in the roadmap, or like, oh yeah, I knew it was gonna have this because the roadmap said this too. But like now with none of that happening, no actual fucking leak, it's like, bro. Yeah, now people can just say shit and believe it. They can just lie. And you know what? Whatever. I guess I thought Sonic and Tails were in fucking Super Smash Bros. Melee, but that was a lie.
Bro, I've been
Nice.
seeing pictures about
Very
that
nice.
this week.
Yeah, from the fucking Tips and Tricks magazine. Come on.
It'd be like, they got new characters in Melee.
They got new characters. You got to do this. I did this like 40 times and then never unlocked them.
Yo, you can unlock Master of Puppets and Guitar Hero on tour. Master Puppets and Guitar Hero on tour. You just have to change. You have to change your band name to Master.
That's the way.
You know what? You should have. Man, when World on Tour Customs came out, you should have done that for fucking April Fools. Man.
Shit, cut that. We'll be
Oh
doing
yeah,
that next year.
Fucking cut that.
Give me 10 months.
There you go. That was at like the 11-minute mark.
I'm not cutting it. I'm not cutting it. Nobody's gonna remember this shit in 10 months. It's gonna be funny though.
Nobody's gonna remember that he said that.
Oh my god.
No.
Oh my god.
Yeah, festival. Cool stuff, man. Sabrina, she has her own little thing, and I did the dance thing, and it was kind of cool.
How was it?
It was actually kind of cool. I like it. It was more interactive than a regular concert where you just sit there and watch, but you actually get to play along. The gameplay itself is very basic. It's just left or right. But it's like, I don't know, it makes it interactive and it gives you something to work towards.
With that after the past few icons?
Finding their footing with the dance game. Well said.
Tough to say if they're finding their footing. They're just doing some different things, which I appreciate doing different things. I mean, that is what the jam stage is now. There is no jam stage. It is the Dance with Sabrina jam stage. So I think that is a cool evolution of the jam stage. You could do cool stuff with that and make that like
that.
Yeah, you can make that like the arena for the icon to have like kind of their time in the sun and to encourage people to do the jam stage at the same time.
Yeah.
Because jam stage now is you can jam the entire band as yourself, which is just kind of like Fuser, which I think is cool. I think there still should be evolution to that game mode to make it Fuser in general. Maybe that's where they're going.
Fuser.
Yeah, because if they can really Fuser, nice shirt. No, because if they go all
you said
in,
Fuser, right?
If they
Brother
can go
has
all in
everything
on that,
Fuser. Biggest
if
fan.
they can go all in on that for a jam stage, at least, like, and you can get a podium or something, and then you'd be able to share your mixes and stuff. That could go viral so easily. That's that's free exposure.
All right.
Right?
No, hear me out. This is just throwing ideas at the wall again, but that's kind of what I usually do anyways. What if they took the jam tracks and they actually did a verse mode, like Fuser Battles, where people actually voted on who made the best mixes? If you can do it solo, there you go. You want to gamify it?
That would have more players than actual fucking main stage. I
think so too.
Right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I mean, I'm just saying,
would
that'd be hard to make, but at the same time, it'd be worth it because that sounds fun to play.
That could I could see Nick A30 doing that with his fucking stream.
Hell
I can
yeah,
see regular
would.
Fortnite people trying that because it's goofy. Everybody likes music. That's the whole point of this whole
there's a
buying
short
harmonic
time-
stuff and getting music integrations in Fortnite. It's because everybody loves music. It's fun to play with.
Wasn't there
music.
someone in the OTK that fucking streamed Fuser?
Was there?
Who would've
Probably
been
fucking
fan?
S fan.
It might
He's
have been
doing
a
rock
shit.
band stuff. I don't know.
Was
I
it
don't-
Will
it
Neff?
probably wouldn't.
Oh,
it
Will
wouldn't have been
Neff?
this kid.
Oh, that seems like a Will Neff
maybe.
type of stream. All right.
Yeah.
I bet
He's
he's
not
gotta
an
find-
OTK anymore.
No,
He's
now
not
he
an
left.
OTK anymore.
Good.
But
No, he
like,
actually just
Get the fuck
recently
out of
left,
there.
I think.
Get the fuck out of there,
Yeah,
man.
it's not looking good.
he did a Fuser stream, I think. Yeah, and he had like customs and shit.
I love it.
So I
Really?
mean, like, yeah, and I also remember when Fuser first came out, like they gave keys to a bunch of big streamers. So like I remember PokeLaws was doing a Fuser stream. XQC I believe did some Fuser.
That's crazy.
I'm pretty sure.
That's
no,
insane.
it was Mizkif, not XQC.
Doesn't matter.
Mizkif did Fuser.
Mizkif did
Back
Fuser?
back in 2020,
Wow.
that's a pretty big get
That
still.
was
though.
that was 2020.
And he would have done that
So-
back then too, actually, because that was like he
He was
played
still
GH2
rising.
He
Bro,
played
he did
GH2 in like late 2021, I think, or mid 2021.
Yeah, it was like the year that mod came out, which was a big deal.
Yeah.
But no. What I'm saying is that everybody loves just music mashups. So I think if you just
More
brought
popular
the
than
Fuser,
5 buttons.
Fuser everything. Like over to Jam Stage. More people would play that
kind of like
than Main Stage
like-
until Main Stage gets more fucking shit.
It's like a hidden
You know?
gem.
Well,
Like those who know,
you know-
know, but people who are still waiting to find out, they'll like it eventually. They just have to get introduced to it.
Well, idea on top of that is like I'm kind of thinking like, you know how when you play Jackbox, you can have like an audience?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Do that where you have
Yes.
audience voting. People can just join in.
Absolutely.
That would be like you could easily have like a big streamer could probably get tens of thousands of viewers. Like, dude, if Kai Cenat did that, and like everybody's joining as audience members in Fortnite to vote,
I think
like,
it would be a
imagine
big
that.
it'd be a big
Yeah.
deal to be like, oh yeah, I'm the best Fortnite DJ. Look,
No,
I
but-
mixed fucking.
You could
I
even
mixed
put it like
fucking-
that, DJ.
I mixed Paramore with NLE Choppa, and I made it sound good.
Now, imagine this, but it's done like a rap battle, right? You got the
Yes.
stage, you got multiple people up there. The crowd is voting for who they want to see advance, right? You got yourself like a little tournament on there. Man, that sounds engaging as hell.
I want
We
to
just-
play it right now.
Yes.
You said Jackbox, and he went, and Jason, you went rap battle. I think about the rap battle robot game.
Yes.
Yes!
And it's just,
Yeah, dude.
and it's just
Yes!
kind of you're in the spot.
By the
you
way,
gotta count-
15
you gotta come up with
seconds.
mixes.
This is hardly even. Let's just fuck the
Imagine-
festival corner
imagine you
timer.
have
This
four
shit doesn't
fucking
matter.
Tracks that you have to chart out your mixes in just that moment. It's just like a minute of like
Epic, please steal this idea
of
for
jam
the love
tracks,
of God.
and you chart it in
Please.
real time, and then it plays it for the audience, and the audience votes.
If you don't
Alright,
do
there
it,
you go.
we're gonna do it. We're gonna spend the money that we don't have to license all those songs.
We're gonna.
I'm gonna make my own
reverse
damn rap
engineer the
battle
game.
fuser mode. No,
We're gonna spend
Yeah.
millions.
that touches on something important. Though.
Hello,
It's like,
Lee.
all these
Tara's
ideas.
doing it.
No, like,
Tara's got it.
All these ideas that about like, what Fortnite Festival could become, it just feels like a waste of time to even think about because it
Yep.
won't happen because it's Fortnite and everything has to be
How
built
sad is
as a
that?
game within a game and it just can't happen. Like fundamentally, it's just not there. But if they were building their own shit on their own separate engine on their own separate game, maybe it could happen. But it can't. It's depressing, man.
Well, that's food for thought. Like, would Fuser have done better if they did something like that?
No, but
Maybe
they
it was
tried.
before its time.
They did try.
Maybe it was at the
before its
perfect time. It was pandemic time, but people were going on Twitch.tv all the damn time. Everything was exploding,
did it-
going up, up, up.
The problem
It
is
was
that the
kinda
game.
like it was a marketing fail in a lot of ways.
The problem is that the version of the game that had everything that everyone wanted was $100.
Ugh,
True.
yeah, that's very
$109.
true.
You know,
Music's expensive, man.
I've seen so many conversations like that I brought up like drop mix or fuser and people just didn't even know what the fuck it was. Right? When you said marketing before, I think that's a huge part of it because I do think there is an audience for something like that.
Well, they went
But-
all in the beginning and then nothing. Radio silence.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
marketing
kind of
is
a bummer.
huge. You got to tell people that something exists for them to be excited about it. They might like it, they just don't know it exists yet, so that you can sell it to them. If that makes any sense.
Well, not
Hidden
just that, but
gems.
In gems.
yeah, and well, so it's funny you mentioned hidden gems because my first thought in terms of marketing fail and hidden gem is Earthbound, right?
Sure.
Like, they're saying in Nintendo Power, this game stinks. I wonder why nobody bought it. You know,
I had that
and then
issue.
it became like,
Sure.
and it's one of the best RPGs ever made. But it's like, it makes you think it's like, you know, it's not just like the amount of marketing, but it's how people market things. So like, Harmonix went all in with Fuser. I got this at PAX 2020. Alex still has his fucking shit too, right? And
Yeah.
like, they made it very exciting. It was a wonderful booth. They were high energy. You know, all these big streamers play it. Fucking Alec got like reached out to and played it on stream, and then like, nothing. Right? And obviously pandemic and like, you know, they're trying to figure out the environment of working from home. The pandemic really fucked that game in a time where a lot of people could have been playing it. Right?
Sure.
It makes you think like, you know, when it
I think
comes
it's
to
also
marketing a rhythm game
misunderstood.
like that.
It's
It is.
misunderstood.
It
Fuser was
totally
very
is.
misunderstood. A lot of harmonic shit is misunderstood.
Yeah,
That's
it's a problem that they've always had.
It's funny because they have pushed the genre forward, but at the same time, now it feels like they're almost scared to innovate.
Yes.
You know, I mean,
I
they're
think
very
that's-
much.
The most that they ever tried to innovate, you know, past the prime, right, was Rock Band Sessions.
Sure.
You know, that like creating a song from scratch and stuff. I feel
Well,
like that
yeah.
that was like a dream for Harmonix to make a game like that, and they had to cancel it because the fucking consoles weren't powerful enough.
Well, wouldn't you
then-
be scared to innovate if it made you lose money every single time you did it? Because honestly, that's
Oh,
kind
yeah.
of what's happened to them.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, dude, the freestyle solos, like, it was like a meme, and they were really proud of it. And, like, honestly, the tech was really cool, but just didn't pan out that way.
But what did
know?
that add to game? Like, it's cool.
That's a great point.
So hear me out on this, right? Like, there's a big difference between, oh, that's cool, versus adding substance. And
yeah, it didn't
there's
add
too much.
substance.
There's too
I
much.
think-
Oh, that's cool. Without substance, we need more. We need more substance, not more
Yeah, maybe-
filler.
There
Maybe
could have
that's
been
like-
substance there, but it just was poorly executed. I think, like the mode, or what was it called, freestyle solos, right? So it's just the solos. You could, it guides you towards you should be pushing these buttons, or you should be doing the solo buttons and tapping them really fast. It's kind of cool, like just being able to freestyle over your solos instead of
I
playing
didn't
the
know
notes
that
that
they
are
even
there.
directed you to do that. I had no idea.
Yeah, dude, the backgrounds direct you what you should do.
I
maybe you
had
missed
no
opportunity
clue
there.
that that's what it meant.
That's
Yeah,
what it
so
meant.
The
This
three,
speaks
the three,
volumes.
what is it? The three
Yeah.
blue squares are like different.
I just thought it
from the
changed based on,
orange
like,
waves.
section of the song.
Nope.
I
No,
legitimately
no.
did not realize that either.
Really? Yeah.
Oh, there's a
That's crazy.
freestyle solos tutorial that tells you all about it. You just
Oh, that's
you gotta
why.
spare, you gotta spare like 2.5, 3. No, I think it's like 3 or 4 minutes.
That's
of
too
just
much
your
time.
It's a lot of time to learn such a silly, cool, like cool feature, right?
Hey, can I get the footnotes? Can you feed that into some Grammarly AI or something, bro?
Yeah, Chat GPT, Grok. What does this?
Grok, how do the freestyle solos in Rock Band 4? That would be interesting to see what Grok would say about that.
Oh,
But,
I hate it so much.
I hate it as well.
I think you should ask him.
I was
I'm not doing
innocent
anything
and
like
naive enough when I saw Grok. What does this mean? Things like that. I thought they were jokes at first. I was so innocent.
I think that they
Yeah.
are half jokes at this point.
A lot of them are genuine now.
a lot
are.
are genuine now, and it hurts. It's so painful.
Yeah, I saw something on Facebook recently. My like a
Don't open
local,
that
like
app,
my
bro.
local community Facebook thing or whatever. It was
Good start always.
yeah, I know. Yeah, phenomenal start. It was like from their Ring doorbell. It was like a picture of somebody who's stealing a package or whatever, and then the caption was some along the lines of "Watch out, porch pirate," or like package thief. If something he stole my blood. He was explaining like the very expensive item that he ordered on Amazon. He's like, if you don't know what that is, just ask ChatGPT. I'm like, oh my god, it's gotten to Facebook. They're not even googling what a thing is anymore about a purchasable item on Amazon. Ask ChatGPT what this is what they said. That was like an eye-opening moment for me. Like this, it's fully infested the brains of
Yeah,
America.
no, people like
Jason's
common
gonna
people
cry.
in real life, they fucking love Chat GPT. They do.
I don't.
Or they
fucking
just
get
post a screenshot of the Google AI response that is completely wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. That happens a lot, too.
If you don't know what
I
this
remem-
is, ask ChatGPT. It's expensive.
I don't know, man. I wish
That
I
internet
wish,
theory, right?
I wish we weren't here.
Yeah, we created this ourselves, not us, but like the hell we currently live in it's man-made. We did this to ourselves. Never forget that.
We will get to the 2000s and like Chop Suey came out and that was a good song.
That was cool.
We want
you
to.
know?
We need to wake up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Grab
a brush,
brush,
put a little
put on
makeup.
A little makeup.
I grabbed a brush. My
What-
hair,
what is
my hair
that
got
like?
crazy.
I mean, we wanted to.
I need a haircut.
Me
I need
too.
a
next week.
haircut.
I had to
Yeah,
push my
I'm a
haircut
little
off.
sick right now. I'm disheveled.
I had to
so-
push my haircut off. I was supposed to have a haircut appointment yesterday, but I was still in Michigan with Kelly.
You were supposed to have C serving with the alien.
Yeah, I was supposed to do that, but I didn't. I got so close. It's so funny. So I was in Michigan with Callie for the past few days. We went to an arcade one night with one or her local arcade that has a Guitar Hero arcade machine. Best Guitar Hero arcade machine of my life. The lag was perfect.
it has to
The
be FC
guitar
with that
was
arcade.
perfect. If it gets FC'd, it's when I'm going back to Michigan. There were two guitars. One of them was okay. One of them was great. The best arcade guitar I've ever felt in my life. The frets were nice and light. They had no issues actuating. The strum bar felt okay. It wasn't awful. You know, it didn't have to use fucking so much force to strum. It was just a very normal feeling guitar for all intents and purposes. And it was also a free play arcade, I should mention. Free play. It was a bar.
Whoa, what?
It was a bar, so they expect to make their money on drinks. So everything in there was basically free or like
Oh, that
super
changes
cheap.
everything.
Yeah,
That is
so
a big
I
difference
didn't have
with
to
GH.
pay to play.
Sheets
server
arcade's
day.
expensive.
Yes, it is. I'd be putting in a few bucks every time I want to play the thing, but it was free. So this is like the opportunity right here. So I spent probably a cumulative hour, maybe hour and 15 minutes
Wow.
playing Surfing with the Alien over and over again throughout the
Wow.
night.
As long as
throughout
anybody's
the
ever
night.
played that for sure.
And I got a Tech FC essentially from when we were in Texas playing on that thing. I FC'd the second set of trills a couple times, the simple trills towards the end of the song. But here, I don't remember if I FC'd the first set of trills ever in Texas. I don't think I did. But here in Michigan, I did. I was able to FC the first set of trails one time, and I missed at the stupid part, like in solo 1C or whatever.
Yeah, like right after, it's just like
with
that.
the super quick yellow, blue, yellow,
blue,
green,
yellow,
red,
yep.
green. Yeah, I missed in that part because I was so fucking nervous. But a couple more FCs of the first solo, and I'm sure I'll get past it. But I think it's doable, folks. I think it's doable.
That's
Oh,
I
impressive.
like it.
Absolutely.
He's gonna fulfill
doable.
the prophecy, man.
Yeah, I think I could. And the best part is, like, it's certain venues on GH Arcade like lag more than others because it's running on a Dell Optiplex 740 running Windows XP. So it's an old ass computer and it can't handle. GH3 PC is an awful port, anyways. So it's tough to run. Like there's a certain few venues like the Lou venue. And I think the Japan venue, like 7 and 8, those are the more laggy ones. But so I could just like fail at the song real quick if I got a bad venue, restart it for free, and you get to a better venue without the lag spikes. So it was like the perfect setup, and I think I can.
So what
do
you're
it.
saying is it's like the arcade equivalent to like going back and restarting to try and get Casey Lynch in quick play.
Yeah, it's that.
On
It's
console.
pretty
It's
much
like
that.
that.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's starting a Balatro run over again because you didn't like the skips you got in the shop. It's that. It's getting better RNG. But
That's wild.
no, that was a really cool place though, man. Really cool. I was chatting
Yeah.
it up with the one of the, like, not the owner, but some dude who works there. Like he was tending the bar and all that stuff. Kai was like, the guitars are really good over there. He's like, yeah, we have like a local guy that comes in and services all of our machines. Yeah, we just actually had some repairs done with one of those guitars. They probably put in.
Oh,
new
they had to
fucking
order the
frets.
$500 fretboard.
Probably because it feels really good. It felt new. It felt like it worked
Jason,
really well.
it is, I'm not kidding, Jason. The components for that thing, I think it's like $12.50 for a full guitar.
They gouge
That
the
makes-
fuck out of you.
I'm sorry, but like, nah, man. We could build better arcade machines nowadays that feel better than a GH3
Alright.
machine.
Dude,
like,
Well,
straight up.
Get,
wait,
get a
wait,
fucking
you wanna-
a laptop from
it's
2017 would be better.
It's worth
Yeah.
talking more about GH Arcade because our favorite duo of Sanjay and Emma are blowing
Yes,
GH
okay.
Arcade wide
Okay.
open.
Wait, really?
I was gonna ask
Yes.
because I heard about it while I was streaming. I think it was on Sunday or last week. They're like, "Oh yeah, there's adding support for Guitar Hero Arcade to Santroller."
No, he did it.
Yeah, okay,
It's
he did
done.
do it. It's already done.
There's a
So-
console mode binding for GH
Wait.
Arcade. and
So if
Santroller
you
now.
have a GH
Hold
Arcade
on.
machine, you
It
could plug
spoofs
in
it.
a Santroller.
Yes.
Dude.
Yeah, so this is, I believe this is because there's the guy who had the dongle that dumped all
Yes,
of
the
it.
security dongle just
He
recently
dumped
got
the
dumped.
No fucking shot.
Yes, sir. Yep.
That's so fucking
So-
stupid.
So
for
they're
the
spoofing
one
it
or two
now.
people in the world that could ever like actually pull
Well,
this off, who know what the fuck
this
they're
started-
talking about.
There was a guy at Milo Hacks that's an arcade owner, and their friend referred them to Milo Hacks, and they basically came in and they were like, "Yeah, I have to spend so much fucking money on this thing, and I hate it. Like, is there any way that we can make a modded guitar work on this thing?" And I just pinged Sanjay, and he was like, "I'll see what I can do." And then like 5 days later, he's like, "Oh yeah, Emma got the game to run in the VM."
No, dude,
can you-
no.
It's like, what?
Okay.
Field goal. Done. That's amazing. Can we get
We
some
win.
kudos
Okay.
to that? That's incredible.
But I gotta
What
find
if-
the video. It runs way too fast, and it's really funny.
Okay, please find the video if you
Yeah,
can
hold on,
share
I'm
that.
scrolling
That'd be,
up right now.
That'd be fantastic.
Wow.
No. Can you imagine, like, in 10 years, 15 years' time, you just, like, there's still Guitar Hero arcades out there.
But they have just
like, and
regular
the rare
ass-
one that you find, you just see him with a fucking polybar guitar.
Dude,
Or like,
something.
or the crack guitars hooked up
Or
with
the
a
crack
mini
guitar
host.
is hooked up with a mini
Yeah.
host. Just
I'm
get
down.
a USB inside of the thing. I'm so
Here, there's
down to see that.
There's one
that
of the videos
sounds
he
so
posted.
fucking futuristic.
Jake, this video is great. It's running way too fast.
Oh my god.
GH8
Oh my god,
test.
it's GH Arcade.
Hold on, let me see if I can pull this up.
Oh no! Oh
It's
no!
running so fast.
Oh my god!
Oh no!
What the hell is going on here?
This is like when you have RetroArch going, but
Bro,
you hit
I'm
space so
bro,
the fast
I'm
forward's
dying.
on.
Look at the timer when he goes to the set list. It's like,
It's so
fast.
You better go fast, buddy.
Hurry the fuck up, buddy.
Hurry the fuck up.
Yeah, I wonder if it's running without VSync.
It probably is, but also, you know what Emma found out? GH Arcade has exposed symbols.
What?
Okay.
Debug?
Yes.
We have,
it's
we have
got, like,
GH3
full
debug with full symbols?
debug?
Yes.
So this is
Oh,
what
man.
GH3 Deluxe is going to be built off of now?
Guitar Hero 3 Deluxe is
Probably.
gonna be built up an
Probably.
arcade. Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah, that's what I'm
like-
talking about right there.
The
Like
fuck?
Sanjay
Yes.
just message, he DMs me. He's like, "Bro, GH Arcade has exposed symbols." I was like, "What?"
Dude, that's dumb as shit. That's dumb as shit. That's
They really
awesome.
they really handed the source to Roth Rose and was like, all right, man, just do whatever you want with it.
Yeah,
That's
nobody's
fucking
smart enough is
awesome,
gonna
man.
figure this shit out until
Until
2025.
now.
Tony Hawk's Proving Ground 2. That's it. They're gonna add the skateboard gameplay as a mini game, and you're gonna be able to skate around the
Theoretically.
desert.
You could.
Skate
I'm
around the
gonna get, like,
desert.
more-
It's all the same engine on an arcade machine.
All the same engine. But man, no, that's crazy because I want to say it was right when I started streaming, right when I started taking streaming like super seriously. It was when I got the Guitar Hero arcade guitar, and so
Yes.
someone felt
Bro.
like they dumped the ISO that was the build of Guitar Hero arcade, and people were scrambling to Frankenstein it to work because we didn't have the dongle. Now it's crazy that like now 8 years later we do
Alec,
have the
do you
dongle. It got fully
remember-
dumped.
Do you remember
Right.
that before Discord video calls, how you showed us the arcade guitar? You showed it
Before-
to us on Mixer.
Oh yeah, I went on Mixer. Yep.
Because it was
I
low
went on
latency.
Mixer. I used my Xbox Live account as my Mixer account, and I got front page of Mixer with like 400 viewers playing fucking Guitar Hero arcade guitar on GH3. No, on GH3 PC or
A
Clone Hero.
stream intended
One of
for
them.
friends only went front page.
Yeah, it went front page because they did that thing where it gives you front page for like a couple of minutes and it randomly chooses somebody. Like they had like it was basically like For You page before For You pages was a thing. So once again, they were ahead of their time with that.
Rip
I feel
Mixer.
like the discoverability for streamers on there were pretty nice. I liked it.
And it was low latency.
But yeah,
before
that's
Twitch.
how I did before screen sharing and being able to use your webcam on fucking Discord. I was like, yeah, I'll just do this because it's instant delay. So it was like, dude, I have your volume on, and you're like echoing in the call.
I didn't know it was so low latency. I don't hardly remember using Mixer
It was
ever.
crazy, yeah.
It was
I
like
used it,
it was really,
just
really
that
good.
one time. That was the one time that I did it.
Yeah.
The Mixer was pretty
Oh
cool.
man.
One more thing in the Guitar
Yeah.
Arcade before I move off of it. It was when I was at that arcade. Like they must have like blew a fuse or something, or like tripped a breaker because like one half of like the arcade machines just shut off, including Guitar Hero Arcade when I was playing it, and I wasn't on a
You got to
run.
see it boot
Don't
up?
worry. So I got to watch
Okay.
the boot animation, the boot sequence. It was actually really cool.
It's funny.
It took like a minute for it to boot back up, but it's like
very funny.
it just starts like. It's just a Dell BIOS, like a Dell Optiplex 740, and then it's like loading up embedded Windows XP, and it's running a script to start up Guitar Hero Arcade, and then there it just is. This shit is literally a computer from 2008. It's just running a Guitar Hero 3 game still to this day, 17 years later. It's
Long
funny.
live GH Arcade.
It's gonna be there
Long
forever.
live
It was a
Guitar
very
Hero.
popular machine there, by the way. I was hogging it.
Long live
It's
Guitar
popular
Hero
everywhere,
3.
man.
Everybody loves Guitar Hero.
That's like one of the biggest reasons why people still know that Guitar Hero exists.
Yeah.
because Guitar Hero
It
Arcade.
makes
Because it's in
money.
arcades. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Genuinely.
with Dave and Buster's, they'll go blow off some steam with a shitty week. Boom, you got Colt's personality right there.
Almost any
never,
time
never
I've gone
left
to an
you.
arcade,
Somebody's playing it.
anytime I've gone to an arcade that has GH Arcade, there is somebody playing it when I get there.
Yeah.
Hands down.
That means permanent embedding in the culture. You know.
Yes. Genuinely,
almost
that's
timeless.
bigger than
GH3.
people might think.
Very, very timeless. Guitar
Yeah.
Hero 3 is extremely timeless. So any animosity you have towards Guitar Hero 3, you gotta drop that shit now, brother.
It's like
you gotta drop
top
that
three-
shit now, man. You gotta just. I understand. You know what? I get not liking the game. I was there. I have been there several times, back and forth. But like,
Well,
dude,
people
Guitar
have
Hero's
things that they
awesome.
think
It's
about
great.
to like think about it like a decade in time, right? So it's like when you think the mid 2000s, one of the first things that pops into my head is Guitar Hero 3,
Sure.
without a doubt. You know, and like some
Absolutely.
bands, right, from the mid 2000s, consoles, right, like the 360, the Wii, like all of that stuff, like the starter pack, like the "nah, that's a good night tonight" kind of thing.
That's
You
just
know?
become part of my
people talk about
lexicon, by the
golden
way.
age.
It's
It's
just
a good night tonight.
good night tonight. I say it all the damn time.
That's so funny.
Like one of the days
Now you
when I was in
pixelate
Michigan,
yourself in the moment.
like the night that we were gonna go to the arcade, she was like, "Yeah, let's hit up this hibachi place, and then afterwards we can go to this arcade that's local." I'm like, "It sounds like a good night tonight." It's just like subconsciously, it says, "That was a good night
dumbest
tonight." I always say it. Good night tonight.
That's a good night tonight.
Tonight.
I think just hearing it rather than reading it makes me want to say it.
Yeah, dude, that's tonight.
That sucks.
Because I know what it is. I know what it
That
means.
sucks.
I can see the pixels in my brain when I see it. When I
The
say it.
pixels. Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, dude, no,
that's
4x4
how I
grid of
feel.
pixels.
No, yeah, hearing the pixels, that's what I hear these pixels in my head all the fucking time.
Yeah,
Dude,
but-
you gotta
I've
record
been
yourself
hearing-
saying that. Like, bit
I've been
crunch
hearing
the shit out
these-
of it.
I've been hearing these pixels in my head for a very, very long time.
Yeah, I can tell. You had that one tweet yesterday where you're trying to make a balls in my face 32 or whatever for your account name. It's like, this is already in use. Who the fuck is using balls in my face 32?
Oh,
Somebody.
some
Somebody
about
out
this
there.
is so funny, man. He cheated on his wife and then pretended to get hacked, and that's what he decided to go with. I lick ass cheeks, balls in my face. I'm gay, y'all.
Gay,
That's
y'all.
crazy.
I'm
That's
gay,
crazy.
y'all.
On Pride Month. Come on, bro.
Yeah, happy
Yeah.
Pride.
Happy
Happy
Pride.
Pride.
Come on, bro. Pride
Camaraderie.
Month.
Camaraderie.
Come on, bro.
Come on, bro.
Camaraderie.
Come on, bro.
Come on, bro. Pride Month. Okay. What do we want to talk about next?
I don't know.
Moving past this, I'm trying to get out of here.
What do we segue into? What do you?
No, I mean,
oh,
okay,
he,
so-
he,
He
he
just
has an
left.
idea. He has an idea.
He just said, "Let's go out of
He
here."
has an idea. Okay.
Oh,
yeah.
oh, let's switch to
Oh.
something else.
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
switch to something else.
It's a
I got a
great
new
shit.
Something
Balatro
else.
machine.
Let's go.
How's the display on that thing?
That's pretty good.
Because it's not OLED. It's not
Look at
OLED.
that. Very
but, like,
reflective, by the way. Look at this.
Very.
Yeah. Wow.
Whoa.
Very reflective. That was a problem.
Very
I was sitting
reflective.
next to a window at the airport playing this, and I could not fucking see because of the glare. It was really bad. But no, I'm really enjoying my Switch 2. Full disclosure, I did not purchase this Switch 2. It does not belong to me. This is John Cracked Switch 2. It was funny. It was the night that the Switch 2 was launching. Was that last Wednesday? The
Yeah.
5th?
Yeah.
The 5th.
Whatever night that was. Like at 9:30 p.m. Lee
It was
messages me.
Thursday.
Whatever day it was, Lee messages me and was like, "So are you gonna go to get the Switch 2?" I'm like, "Nah, I'm probably gonna skip this one. You know, I haven't had a Nintendo console since Wii. You know, it'd be cool to try it out, like, you know, try Fortnite on it to see how it runs and like, you know, see what the crack guitar works." He's like, "Go get in line." Where's your nearest Best
Thanks,
Buy?
Dad.
Where's your nearest
Thanks,
Best
Dad.
Buy? I'm like, "Yeah, it's like
Thanks,
15 minutes
Lee.
away. Go get in line." I'm like, "Are you buying me a Switch 2? Well, I mean, it'll belong to Cracked, but it'll be at Moose headquarters. So yeah, it's like, okay." And then I got it, and they paid for it, and they paid for the crack guitar, which is sitting over there somewhere, and I got to test it, and it works, folks. The crack guitar works just perfectly fine on the Nintendo Switch. I have not tried keyboard mode yet. I have not tried key jam on the Switch because
I think somebody told me that keyboard and mouse input is still not being accepted.
Yeah, they have
by
to
Switch
fix
2.
it, I think.
really okay.
Same with mobile. Same with the mobile
Yeah.
version. Yeah.
Okay, because apparently the update that just came out last week for Fortnite was supposed to add like keyboard and mouse support for the Switch 2 console, not Switch 1, just Switch 2
Oh.
console. So
Okay.
I haven't tested it since then. I don't know how
Well-
to. I don't even know how to pair that bitch to it. I guess wired. It doesn't work wired right now on the Switch 2. They probably have to change that in the firmware
No, you
for
have to
the
do
crack
Bluetooth,
guitar.
right?
You have to do
Pair it to
Bluetooth
the-
right now. Yes, you
Yeah.
do. That'll probably change. This is it's a brand new console. They're still making this shit work, but I don't know.
Yeah,
It's
because
been-
like
it's been neat.
how has Frag been using it on the Switch 2?
Probably
Yeah, I think
Bluetooth.
he's-
Probably Bluetooth
I
the
think
same
he's
way.
been doing Bluetooth.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
sent me the
I saw
instructions
State
that
of
Lee
Black-
gave
or
him.
no,
It was the
Seek
same
and
as me.
Destroy. Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah, and I have Paradise
No.
City on it. It was kind of funny.
It looks like a fine console to play festival on.
Yeah,
Can't lie.
it is
looks
a
pretty good.
genuinely good option
Portable
to play festival on.
machine. Hell yeah.
Well, there's an asterisk on the portable part because every time I've tried playing it not docked, it has crashed. So
What? Oh
Yeah.
no.
that could be a me thing. It could have been. I haven't
Probably
I haven't tried it not docked since the newest update. That could have been an old update thing. I don't know. I can't say for certain, but I did try on release night of the Switch 2 to play it undocked like 4 times and it crashed immediately. So whatever, we'll see.
That'll fix it.
Theoretically, that won't be a thing
fine.
forever. I mean, obviously they want that shit to run not docked, so that will be fine eventually. You just have to, work out the kinks. But yeah, that'll be a genuinely good experience to play Fortnite Festival or any Fortnite for that matter. I never played on the real Nintendo Switch, the original one, Fortnite, but I've seen videos and it looked like ass, visually and also frame rate wise. So this one actually feels good and looks good. It's 60 FPS. It felt fine.
Yeah.
That's
Oh man,
nice.
I remember
It
when
looks fine,
when Fortnite first came out on the Switch. I was so hyped because portable Fortnite. It's 2018. I got my Switch. This is still.
Isn't that how you made Eric play Fortnite for the first time on the
This
Switch?
is my day one Switch one.
Yeah.
my day one Switch one, and then I was like, man, I can't wait to play. And I was like, it was dog shit.
This
Dog
sucks.
shit. It was 25 FPS, man, and that shit was rough. I was like, that's trash. I can't play this. This is bad. And like the fact that this was still supported until this year, or I guess it's for the foreseeable
It's gonna
future.
be.
It's still
Gonna
gonna be.
continue
It's
being.
impressive to an extent.
Yeah, the Switch and the Switch 2 are two different builds of Fortnite. It's a new console.
Yeah.
It's different.
So it's no okay. So what I understood is that I think they're using some sort of emulation for Switch 1 games, being backwards compatible on Switch 2.
It's
'Cause,
like,
so.
yeah, it's not like they don't have the hardware to be backwards compatible, so it's all software based, from what I understand.
Yeah. So I think.
But
I think
Switch
when
1 games look better on the Switch 2 for
Yes,
the enhanced
yes.
versions.
Well, I think what I'm trying to get at is that when they're cease and desisting Yuzu and Ryujinx, they were probably
Oh
using
shit!
using a ton of their resources
Yeah.
to perfect Switch 2 and Switch 1 or Switch 1 emulation on Switch 2.
That
Or
happened
even
about a
Switch-
year and a half ago too, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably exactly
Yeah.
what was happening
That's
at the
probably
time.
why they started going
Now-
after them, because they were
now
doing
listen.
what they planned to do.
Here, I wanted to segue into the Xbox Ally that is coming out.
Yes.
There's a Republic of Gamers handheld system that they're coming out with that's Xbox branded, but it's not running the Xbox operating system on it. But what I'm thinking is that Microsoft has to know about X1. They have to know about that.
Oh,
right?
definitely.
So before things get fucking hairy, I'm sure that they're gonna try and come to some sort of agreement and make more Xbox games compatible on these new handhelds.
Maybe
Rock
isn't
Me Before
X
Me.
One
If they got
is just
they
like a
got the nuts to
compatibility
do it.
layer?
It is just a compatibility layer because at the end of the day, it's just another.
It's all
Windows.
running on
It's all
Windows.
Windows.
It's just they
all
they
Windows.
make it weird.
Yeah, it's weird Windows. Like I remember having a external hard drive for my Xbox Series S, and I was able to read it on my actually no. Yeah, no, I was able to read it on my fucking PC. Maybe it wasn't that. I was looking into like the viewable files on an Xbox One or an Xbox Series, and then in there you just see System 32 program files.
It's just Windows.
It's just Windows in there. You see the Windows folder. You see program files regular. I'm just like, bro, someone's gonna have to break this open in the next like 5 years, and so here we are. here we kind of are. So maybe if Microsoft has the balls, then like they'll work some out with X1. We get Rock Band 4 portable. We get Halo 5 on PC. Come on.
There's something. There was like something going on with like the Xbox Store on Windows. Like it was showing like the Xbox app where you have like your Game Pass
Cisco
games.
posted about that, right?
Yeah,
Yes,
I saw Cisco's tweet.
I
It was showing
immediately
like
went to Twitter to get
disc-based
the-
games on Xbox One and Xbox Series on the PC Windows Xbox applications. Like, is that a mistake or is that on purpose? Maybe those will
One could
work.
hope.
What a crazy future it'd be if Microsoft all of a sudden just says, "Hey, by the way, all your Xbox One games, they work now on PC."
Here, there it
That'd
is.
be crazy.
It's the RB4 PC.
Yeah,
is
RB4
real. It just shows
PC is real. There it is on
Dude,
on
if I had an
PC
easy way
Game
to play
Pass
Rock
thing.
Band 4 on PC, I would. Like, I'm not super. Like, I think Shad PS4 is awesome, but like, I think that the XY compatibility is like a cooler direction in comparison. Granted, the
Yeah,
Xbox
yeah,
can't be developed in the same way as they can for the emulator, but
Right.
it's more native, right?
It would essentially be more native.
They're both
If you think
awesome.
about it.
They're both awesome, right?
Yeah,
They
yeah.
are. Yeah.
No, like it's so crazy that you can just see your Rock Band 4 page like that. I'm
I know.
trying to see it on my end on the Xbox app. I don't know how to like kind of try and get there, but
Did they change
I'm
it,
looking
though?
at my library. It's supposed to show you like all of your games, but like right now it's not for me. But
Well, I feel like that like feeds into like the whole theory of like, well, Xbox is to become a brand and not like a console anymore, right? Like the kind of direction. I don't think that that's entirely wrong at this point.
No.
Like we are heading towards that. That like there's gonna be like Nintendo's gonna be the last ones to like hold a uniqueness with their brand than a console.
Oh, yeah, I was talking about this too. It's like, Nintendo's
Yeah.
the last one that's just truly, hey, this is our platform. You can come on over, but
They've
we're
stayed
gonna have
true
our
to themselves
exclusives.
this entire
Now
time.
that even Sony
And let me
is
tell
like,
ya,
starting to release on PC.
I am not paying $59.99 for Breath of the Wild, which came out 8 years ago. but Nintendo owns everything.
Yeah, that's
and
$59.99.
also the used cartridges are still like $30 or $40. Like Nintendo games hold value.
Now, okay,
And there's no day one exploit.
Well, kind
Ooh.
of, almost.
Well,
there's like some sort of weird like
kind of,
Rob
but
Chain
kind of not.
execution thing that doesn't do anything for you, but it's still
Yeah, it's
some sort
not
of weird
gonna.
exploit.
Yeah, it doesn't lead to piracy, which is why people had
Yet.
game consoles. And if you say not, you're lying to yourself.
Me piracy never.
well, I was gonna say if
Xbox
the
360
Switch 2,
RGH, free McBoot, custom firmware PS3.
I think the Switch 2, I would have gone out of my way to get one to play Breath of the Wild upgraded if I didn't already play Breath of the Wild like 120
Emulator.
FPS on my PC.
That was my hold up too.
Semu.
That was my hold up too. Is
On
like
the
I could
Semu.
do this
Again,
on an emulator.
that's probably why they got rid of the emulators, because that's what they were. That was their plan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never played Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom. I've never played either of them. I missed every single good game on the Switch because I didn't have one. So
I mean, hey, if you like a good RPG adventure game where it just drops you in, you just go do shit. Breath of the Wild's
I've
a
heard
good-ass
nothing
game.
but good things about that game. I do want to
It's
try
good.
it.
When the Switch 1 first came out, I spent like 2 weeks playing that game, 12 hours a day.
They also.
The best.
I was like 19. I was like 20.
No, I remember. Yeah,
21.
you and Olivia were both playing that game a shitload. I remember.
I
Yeah.
wish I could have gotten
I-
into it the same way you guys did. I
I
wish.
had the.
I never got
I
into
did the
it.
thing where you got the clamp on my bed, and I had the
Oh my
Switch
God.
in front of
Good
my face,
lord,
Bro.
bro.
And I was like, that. I'm like, this is
Dude.
awesome.
Dude,
We're-
my,
I had
my
to do
ex
it.
had one of
I had to
those
do
for,
it
like,
once.
the
I had to
iPad.
do it once, but I didn't do it for I didn't do it for those 14 days.
Bro,
I
did
did
it
it
look
for a
like
couple of
You
those.
sure
Wall-E?
about that?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a
Wall-E.
Wall-E come to life.
Yeah, it
We
was
really
like,
are closer to Wall-E than we
Wall-E.
realize.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Now
so
we just
funny.
need the space station.
We need
And
the
we're
space
done.
station.
Yeah.
We need to go travel out like a couple thousand light years, and then
Buzz.
kind of blow up the Earth, fill it with trash
We're on the way there.
and stuff. Then just yes,
Yes.
we're there. We're getting there.
Isn't
We'll get
Boston
there
a
for sure.
trash heap as much as I like that city? That's what Aiden always told me.
Probably. I don't know. I was there.
Probably, man. We were there.
I
mean,
didn't
wasn't
see
paying
a lot of
attention.
trash, but maybe
It was
I'm
just raining a lot.
Maybe I'm blind.
Speaking
Yeah,
of trash
it was
heaps,
raining a lot.
Sucked ass.
speaking of
Sucked
trash
ass.
heaps, Michigan. When I was driving back to
Yeah?
the airport
Oh,
to
man.
fly home, we
That's
drove
not
past
good.
a massive hill. I was like, "Oh, that's a big hill." I was like, "Yeah, it's a landfill." I'm like, "Oh, that's a trash heap. Cool."
Okay.
Sorry.
Huh.
Yeah. And I also want to say one more thing about the Switch 2. I got so many brownie points with her little nephew for bringing the Switch 2 over.
bet.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, she was like,
Oh,
she
God.
told me to pack up the Switch 2 and bring it along because her little nephew, her 9-year-old nephew, would love it, and she was so right. It's funny because I was like. A few minutes after I got there, I was like, "Hey, by the way, I have something to show you." And I pulled the Switch 2. He's like, "Oh my God, Mom, he has it, Mom, because his mom, he was just talking to his mom for like an hour about the Switch 2, about how cool and awesome it is, and then I bring it in. I'm like, "Oh shit, I'm very sorry," because now Mom's gonna be hounded about it all the time because now he finally got a taste of it and
Yep.
all that stuff. So he
And-
was playing Mario Kart, he was playing Mario Party, he was playing Fortnite on it. He was so impressed with all my cool characters and all that shit because I get him for free from Epic. He was so impressed with me, and then
Boom.
he played a boom. He played a Fortnite battle royale. He won. He got 14 kills. He hit the Gwitty after
Holy
every
shit.
kill.
He hit the Gwitty?
Hit the Gwitty in game and in real life.
Dude.
That's
Every
fire.
kill.
In real life, too.
That's
Yes.
fire. As hell. I want.
He,
I
he
want.
was,
that
he was
was like-
holding his
that was
Joy-Cons. He was holding his Joy-Cons, managing his controller here. He was like, "Oh, hit the Gwitty," and then he did it, and he started doing the Gwitty himself.
That was like his favorite. That was like the best day of his life.
Yeah,
Probably.
I
That's
might have just given
that's
the best day
memorable.
ever.
That's fucking awesome. That's like
I-
core memory. I would remember that shit forever.
Yeah, dude, I remember
would.
like getting excited for shit like that as a kid, man. I do.
Yeah, it was so
Absolutely.
pure.
Like when I got the Wii, we were hunting for it for so long because you remember how hard the Wii was to
Yep.
get.
That was
right?
very hard to
It was
get
very,
early
very
on.
hard. And me and my mom, we had a Best Buy and a Target next to each other. We went to Best Buy because we were shopping for new speakers for our fucking compact computer or whatever. And we couldn't find any good ones at Best Buy, so we went to Target on a whim. And they just had Wii's, and I was like, "Oh my God, it's the Wii!"
crazy.
Like,
Yeah.
we need to get Super Paper Mario, please. Like, we got it.
It was
We
so
got it.
pure. You know, like the joy from just playing video games and having no other worries in life. It brought me back. I saw so much of
Yeah.
myself in that little child. Like that was me. That was
So
me
cool.
back
You
when
know
I was
what?
9 years old.
Hey, we're gonna talk about like our childlike wonder and fun, bro. Tony Hawk Pro Skater.
Oh,
3 and
yeah.
4 demo dropped on Sunday. It was a
You
special.
looked like you were having a great time playing that, man. You
Oh
did.
man, I was like giddy, man. I had it downloaded on my Xbox and I like pressed A. I was like, no, I gotta wait.
Gotta wait for
I
stream.
wasn't that. I haven't been that excited to play play a game since like Festival was, slated to come out, right? And like the night before I couldn't sleep and things like that. I was just excited to get on. But like I was brought all the way back. October 2001.
Holy fuck.
That game. That's when
Oh my God.
That's when Pro Skater 3 came out, and that's the Foundry level. That's the first level in the game. I was like, holy shit, it looks so good. And so it's like locked 120 FPS, 1080p, it's smooth as shit. I use the mini host to auth a PlayStation 5 controller because
That's so cool, man.
Awesome.
I don't like
That's so cool.
I'm not a big fan of playing Tony Hawk with this controller layout. Even if the D-pad
Yeah,
is like
it ain't
really
PlayStation.
good. It ain't PlayStation. I played until my thumbs were my left thumb still feels kind of weird because of how much I've been playing the demo. And you know what? I have never been more happy to play a game that feels exactly like the last game that came out 5 years ago. I've never been more happy because it's essentially the game is just a fucking reskin. It's a reskin of Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 with the new levels. And
Sure.
I think what's happening now is that they're taking this more seriously, aka getting more brand deals and sponsorships and like collabs with the game so that they can use Tony Hawk more as a platform instead of shipping off the devs that helped 1 and 2 sell 1 million copies into the Call of Duty, Overwatch, Diablo mines.
Yeah.
So like I hope they realize that if this game does well that people are expecting Underground remake.
That's probably the goal. That's probably what they're going for if they're ramping it
Pro
up,
Skater
for
6.
making it bigger and better.
Pro Skater 6. My hot take that I'll keep to my, I'll just keep on the low, not expand upon. I don't need fucking Underground 1 and 2 remasters, remakes. You don't need that shit. That's just perfect on the systems that they're on. We need, if there were to come back, I was thinking like if there's Underground 3 or like Proving Ground 2 or something like that, you play through the memories of the best parts of 1 and 2 Underground as like a memory or like a remembrance or some shit, and then bring everybody back together and everybody's like all grown up and be like, oh man, I can't believe I did all that immature bullshit. Let's go skate one more time or something like that. Oh man, Bam, I'm glad you're doing so well. You're doing better, man. It's great. You got called in last minute to get scanned into the fucking game and shit. And he's just.
But wasn't it just like a bunch of bitching and complaining? It's like, why the fuck am I not back in this thing? Why am I not? And then somehow he got back in. He somebody pulled some strings. We gotta get Bam in here, right? Was it Tony Hawk himself?
Well,
we gotta get
Tony
Bam.
Hawk. Okay, so Activision, did not want anything to do with Bam because he's like a brand risk or like he's troubled.
Yeah.
He's got problems and stuff like that.
And
But
Tony
like,
stepped in.
They never came forth and were like, oh yeah, we're distancing ourselves from Bam Margera or something. That's why.
Yeah, but actions speak louder than words.
Yeah, exactly. They, but then Tony like met up with Bam Margera and then called up Activision and was like, guys, put him in the game. And the devs were like, we can't do that, man. The game's done already. And Tony was like,
Tony was
get
like,
him
no,
in the
Get it done.
game.
You're putting him in the
Tony
fucking-
said,
Put
get
him in
Bam
the
Margera.
game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And they did it.
And I know that Tony Hawk knows that like Bam Margera's inclusion is an integral part to Tony Hawk.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
people were really
those games.
upset when that news came out, and Tony was like, nah.
He was in the
nah.
game since 3. He was in the game since Pro Skater 3, and then he's a big part of Underground 2.
See, I never even really played those games, but even I agree that he should remain in the games because it's
For
like
sure.
he's part of the identity,
Just on the
It's like
principle.
if,
if it's a remake / remaster or
Yeah.
whatever, it should have all the original parts of the first one and then some.
So you're
Now,
saying
okay,
so like okay, for example, it'd be like if Guitar Hero changed the formula and dropped the 5 colored frets.
Now, that'd be
People-
crazy.
They would
That'd
never
be
do
crazy.
that.
People would never go for that.
They
Yeah.
never catch
That
on.
would
It
never
die
sell.
immediately. It would die immediately.
Yeah.
No, I was going to say that
They
too.
could,
It's just
could,
like
man, if they did that,
They
dude, they could
what?
get a good price on like a building sale or something,
Oh no.
No, like seeing
Bro,
the direction
you
that
know
they're
what?
taking Tony Hawk kind of makes me wonder about what if they're going to do the same direction for other IPs that they own, such as Guitar Hero. I
Now,
can't see it happening.
okay,
I don't necessarily
there's
want that to
actually
happen
a-
either, but like if they see success with this formula, makes you think.
I had a pretty interesting conversation with chat, and like, not all the songs from Pro Skater 3 and 4 are in that soundtrack.
That's the
And,
biggest
like,
hurdle here.
Not all the songs are in there. Like I don't know if the Alien Ant Farm Wish song is in there, and like that was like almost Pro Skater 3 to a T for me. Like it hurts that I don't think that's on there. I'll have to take a look, but you know, the idea is this also happened with 1 and 2. Not all the songs made it into the remake. And so what if the game fundamentally feels exactly the same as like what feels the best, you know, to the game's franchise. So Pro Skater 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 all feel like the best Tony Hawk feeling engine, which is like Pro Skater 4 or something. And it keeps most of the soundtrack. And the soundtrack's not even like the best part, like not even like the most integral part of Tony Hawk, but it kind of is at the same time. But like, what if Guitar Hero fundamentally felt like think about a remake, and it fundamentally felt exactly like the best Guitar Hero game, you know, to everybody. So it felt like Guitar Hero 3, sure. But what if it's like some of the songs from the original game, but with new songs that still match the vibe?
Yeah, it would
You
feel
know,
weird.
I thought about that. It would feel weird, and it would feel
feel
wrong, and there would people be rioting if like Stricken didn't make it back into the game, or
like a metal.
or I'm trying to think of songs that probably wouldn't make it back in. I think Welcome to the Jungle would make it back, but like
They just had it in
let's
festivals, so
think.
sure.
Monsters probably not.
If Ozzy Osbourne
like,
dies, Paranoid might be tough. I don't know. I don't know what Sharon's gonna
Paranoid
do.
wouldn't make it back. Maybe the Clapton song, you know, Sunshine
Nah,
of
but you
Your
know
Love
what's
wouldn't
funny
come
is
back.
people would be like, oh, you know, like Anarchy in the UK is gone. All right, we don't care.
Yeah, you can skip that one. That was fine.
And
Oh no, Go That Far is not in the game. Top Dirt
Damn it!
Enemy's not in the game.
Fuck! We couldn't license Brett Michaels' appearance
Shit.
again.
Story
Fuck,
of my
dude.
ride. I almost said story of my ride, not
Story
story
of my ride.
Hey
Story of
yo,
my ride.
hey yo. No, I'm sorry. No, but like, but the conversation was like, you know, people were already like worried about songs being gone from Tony Hawk. You imagine songs would be gone from a Guitar Hero.
That'd be so much worse because that
Three
is the
massive
gameplay.
That'd be so
impact.
much worse.
It
That'd
is
be
the
so
game.
much worse.
The
Yeah,
identity.
but yeah, no, like, but I think the only way that would make they would be able to make up for something like that, and this is all theoretics, right? Is to get the most wanted songs or like some other most requested songs from like the series and throw it into a GH3 remake or something. That's only if they actually fucking.
This is
you know,
Guitar Hero
something.
Smash
they
Hits
would
2,
do something. It would be Smash Hits 2, right?
which I'm down for. By the way,
I'm down for that.
I'll pencil myself in saying I am down for Guitar Hero Smash
Just call it
Hits
Smash Hits
V2.
and pretend that the old one doesn't exist.
Just get yeah.
Guitar Hero.
No, wait, take the British name.
Throwback
Greatest
hits
hits in America.
Oh yeah, swap them. Now Americans have
Nobody will know the
GHGH
difference.
and they have
And then,
GHS.
and then make it Smash Hits in the UK.
Smashing,
and then they'll be
baby.
like, whoa, new game.
Man.
Smashing, bro.
Smashing.
All right. So this is all hypothetical anyway, since we're not getting anything new in the first place. What if we got somebody in the community to reverse engineer GH3 and figure out how the Tony Hawk engine worked in there, right? And then you
Emma,
know,
are
both
you
these
there?
games are so soundtrack focused. So you skate from one gig to the next, go play the songs, and it unlocks
Dude!
them.
Wait. This
Wait, he's
could actually work. It's all the same engine.
I'm saying. And
Oh.
they're all
You
sound.
can play
they're all
as you
soundtrack
can
based.
play as Judy Nails in
Yeah.
Improving Ground, right?
It's true.
Yeah, so there you go. Easy.
This is
Hop
like-
on
This
there.
is
The
This is
groundwork
like Mario
hop on a
Kart World.
skateboard.
You can drive to the next race.
Oh, man,
Actually,
Nintendo
all the gigs
took
are
the
intertwined.
idea.
All
No,
the gigs
but if-
intertwined.
That's
If
actually a
somebody
really
in the
cool idea.
community could reverse engineer that and actually make it happen,
Tony
that would
Hawk in there.
That'd be a really
Tony
cool
Hawk
idea.
into
Listen.
Guitar Hero.
GH Arcade has symbols. Emma can figure it out.
Yes!
This is
You know
major
what?
code.
Do it in arcade.
You know what
Make
this
an arcade
reminds me
machine
of?
of
You know
this.
what this reminds me
I
of?
paid money.
Like, you know, fucking Payday 2, Payday 2's engine. You know how it's like a first-person shooter, right?
Mhm.
But Payday 2, the engine that runs in was originally a racing engine, and they tweaked that engine so hard that you could not use vehicles in there for a while.
Really?
Yeah,
I didn't know that. They made an FPS out of a
They
racing game.
Yeah,
They made a rhythm game
yeah.
out of a skateboarding game.
Yeah.
What?
No. It's like there's so many more instances than you think. You know, it's
Yeah,
like
probably.
it's so
Yeah.
funny.
Game dev is
No.
a weird mistress, let me
Weird
tell you.
place,
Use some
dude.
crazy things to make
Yeah.
shit work.
You'd know. You had
Mhm.
many years in
For
the
real.
game dev industry. What
Yeah.
what kind of what kind of engine does Rocksmith run on? Is that the
Oh,
fucking
God,
Far Cry
I know
engine?
that-
That might be isn't that in-house.
I
Or is
know
that-
that the Rocksmith, the Plus, ended up going to a different one. I know that I don't know if they
Oh.
actually was it Snowdrop, the one that they made for Division. I think that was the name. I don't know if I think that's what they were using for Rocksmith Plus, but I might be wrong. I know it was some sort of new engine was made for that. That's why it feels so much different.
Oh,
Um,
that would make sense. That tracks.
yeah, but I can't remember the name because it's been so many years. I could be wrong, but yeah, Rocksmith 2014. I have no fucking clue what engine it was made in.
Good
Or the original
question.
Rocksmith, God
the
forbid.
Rocksmith engine, of course.
All right, folks. I think
All right.
we're pretty much done for this week. We got to get going. Thank you guys for
Yeah.
watching. Appreciate you. See you next
was a
week.
good
We'll be
episode.
back as always. It was a fun episode. It's like yapping.
Yeah,
It was a
a
fun
lot of
little
laughs.
yapper.
A lot of laughs.
A lot of yappers.
Oh, Nat Rezzi's doing Drum Gauntlet.
go
doing
watch
Drum
Nat
Gauntlet
Rezzi.
right now.
Oh, that's right.
They're-
That's
they're-
his week now. Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
doing Endless Set List as we speak. I think when this comes out, they're going to be on what came out after Rock Band 2, Beatles.
Can
Lego.
we bring back
Rock
the
Band 2,
endless set list?
Beatles, and then the Beatles, and
Yes,
then Green
yes.
Day, and then 3. Yes,
Endless set list is a great idea. Bring it back.
I agree.
Yes.
Yes,
Agreed.
please.
Anyways, thank you guys. Bye.
All right, bye-bye.